10-year-old boy named Aaron Vale stood silently beside the fogged window, watching the storm. His gray sweater hung loosely on his small frame, sleeves covering his hands. No one in the orphanage had ever heard him speak. Some believed he was born mute. Others thought his silence was the result of trauma. But only Aaron knew the truth. He could speak. He simply chose not to. There was a time when his life held warmth, when laughter existed, when he was not alone. That was when his sister, Mira Vale, was still alive. She was 3 years older, bright, fiery, always smiling with a spark in her eyes that made even cloudy days feel golden. She was the only one who understood Aaron's silence. They never needed words. A shared glance or a touch of the hand was communication enough. All of that ended the day Cole Maddox crossed their path. Cole was the son of a respected police officer, well-liked and praised by the town. Adults saw him as polite and charming, but children knew his real nature: arrogant, cruel, always needing control. One autumn afternoon by the river, he mocked Aaron's silence. Mira stepped forward to defend her brother, telling Cole to leave them alone. Cole pushed her. She stumbled. Her foot slipped on the wet stones. The river swallowed her in an instant. They called it an accident. The town mourned politely. Cole cried crocodile tears. His father ensured there was no real investigation. And Aaron? Aaron said nothing. Not because he could not, but because his voice no longer belonged to this world. It belonged to the moment Mira fell. From that day, his silence changed. It was no longer the quiet of peace. It was the quiet of planning. Aaron watched Cole carefully. He studied the cracks in his perfect life. Cole was afraid of being alone in the dark. He cheated on assignments to maintain his perfect grades. He lied to his parents constantly. He stole small things from classmates just to feel power. And Aaron began pulling these threads one by one. Notes exposing secrets appeared in lockers. Homework Cole submitted was replaced with incorrect copies. A stolen watch appeared in Cole's backpack during a bag inspection. Cole's closest friends began to distrust him. Teachers watched him with suspicion. His parents began arguing behind closed doors. Whispers followed him everywhere in school corridors, and every time Cole looked up, Aaron was there, not smiling. Not angry, simply watching, silent, still, unavoidable. Cole began to unravel. He slept with lights on. He avoided walking alone. He flinched at every shadow. He knew somehow he was being hunted not physically, but by guilt sharpened into something far more dangerous. And then winter came. One night, Cole found himself at the same bridge where Mira had fallen. The river crashed below, dark and merciless. The cold wind bit into his skin. His breath trembled. He wasn't sure why he came. Perhaps guilt dragged him there, or fear did. But he wasn't alone. Aaron stepped out from the shadows, snowflakes landing softly in his hair. He didn't speak. He didn't raise a hand. He simply took slow steps toward Cole, eyes locked onto him in a way that made his silence louder than any scream could ever be. Cole stumbled back, step by terrified step. He tried to apologize, voice shaking, words falling apart. But Aaron kept walking, not threatening, not touching, just existing like a memory that couldn't be escaped. And when Cole's heel reached the frost-slick edge of the bridge, there was nothing left to step on. He fell. The river took him the same way it had taken Mira. By morning, the town whispered again, but this time, no one defended Cole. Some called it fate. Some called it justice, but Aaron did not care for their words. He walked back to the orphanage quietly, snow crunching under his shoes, face calm, eyes hollow like winter. He still never spoke. But now, whenever someone looked into his eyes, they saw something they could not explain, something colder than silence, deeper than sorrow, sharper than revenge. They looked away first. Aaron Vale was no longer the boy who never spoke. He was the boy who didn't need to.